And we are back. It's the Friday Family Film Night podcast review of 2025's The Secret Agent. This is rated R with a runtime of 2 hours and 41 minutes. This comes to us from director Kleber Mendonça Filho, and also screenwriting credits to Kleber Mendonça Filho. According to the IMDb blurb, in 1977, a technology expert flees from a mysterious past and returns to his hometown of Recife in search of peace. He soon realizes that the city is far from being the refuge he seeks. This is tagged as Portuguese period piece, political thriller, suspense, mystery, crime, drama, mystery, thriller. I don't know if I got all of that from this film. I feel like...
I think they forgot boring.
Okay, so full disclosure, it took us 2 nights to watch this film. The first night, I was very invested, and I think we stopped where we had like an hour and 16 minutes left, and then tonight we finished the film, and I don't know what to tell you. Do you want to go into it, or?
Basically, this was almost 3 hours where we were presented with just a pile of story fragments, far too many characters, nothing really happening or going on. And the thing that's like most aggravating about this movie is it seems like something interesting is going on in the background maybe, but nothing ever really comes of it. The motivations for everybody are kind of left obscure and unexplained. I'd never understood why that guy wanted to kill the main character so much that he actually bothered to hire hitmen to go get him. Mm. I didn't understand why the main character was kind of on the run and needed an alias while he was back in his hometown.
And why he would stay knowing that there was danger.
And that's another thing. Did he know there was danger? Because he seemed really...
He even said told him.
No. We watched an hour and a half of this film before the woman told him anything. Mm-hmm. He had no idea that he was in danger.
But as soon as she said that, he should have made
Yeah, but that was
plans.
Like most of the film had already passed. Why was he, prior to that, hiding out? That's not really explained.
Right.
And then there's all the other characters, and they're all hiding out. And somehow he's part of some network where they got him not only an alias but a job
yeah.
at the
a very public place for someone who should be
administration
hiding.
For ID cards, where he's looking for something about his mother, which also never really explained why he's looking for this or why it's important. Is it important? It doesn't even feel like it is. I think it was just something that he felt like doing. And then there's they introduced the police chief and his 2 weird sons. And for some reason, there's a leg coming out of a shark.
Yeah.
And they need to dispose of the leg. For some reason, they actually have to go into the morgue and get rid of the leg. No explanation as to why that is. There's a scene where some body is dumped into a river. No real explanation there.
The whole sequence with Udo Kier.
Yeah, and an entire sequence.
No sense.
Yeah, for some reason the police chief is like, "Yeah, I like you. Come, I want to show you this. I want to show you to somebody."
Yeah,
and then they bring him to Udo Kier, and the police chief's convinced that Udo Kier is a Nazi hiding out in Brazil. When in actuality, I guess he was a Holocaust victim, survivor. And then nothing's ever mentioned about that again until, in fact, the only other time you see Udo Kier is at the end where he's just sort of passed by in a crowd. It was just, I feel like I really wasted so much time. And then after that, after we finished watching it, you're like, this is one of the Best Picture nominees. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What on earth? Are you literally telling me that somebody thought this film was better than most of the other, Bring Her Back? This is better than Bring Her Back?
No, it's not.
No, it isn't. It's not even close. This is terrible. This is so freaking boring. And it's even more annoying because they make it seem interesting in the beginning. Like something intriguing is going to happen or this guy, and they name it the freaking secret agent.
Yeah.
He's not an agent of anything.
No. Yeah. Yes, I agree with you 1,000%. there was so much in this film that I just didn't understand. Like, the whole opening sequence was interesting, but when you look at the totality of the film, it's like, well, why the fuck is this here? Like, what does any of this mean? They never go into exactly what the main character's accused of, right? They don't really go into why Girotti is corrupt, right? So, and in the beginning, there's a dead guy at this gas station who's just been dead for like a week or so.
Yeah, just covered with cardboard, and like the gas station attendant is fending off packs of wild dogs
and flies.
And they're trying to eat them.
And so the main character comes, and then there's this like real tense situation with a policeman and the main character. And then that leaves, and then you don't. But it's weird because he's cool as a cucumber, and
that whole sequence was pointless. And
right?
And it went on for a really long time, where you think that
it
this
means something, or it's going to
mean something, or it's going to have a payoff
somewhere, but it doesn't.
Nothing.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like when I first watched it, I was like, oh well, I'm intrigued. Like, where is this going, right? But then when you look at the overall story, it's like, well, that was filler, right?
The whole ton of filler. The whole sequence of the dismembered leg attacking gay people.
Right. That was crazy. I looked at you and I'm like, is this happening?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
There was no point in actually filming that scene. You could have just had the woman read the article.
Right. And it got to the point where after the film was over, I think you and I both had a very negative reaction to it. And I was like, you know what? Let me pull up the wiki page and read the plot, because I don't know what the hell we just watched. And for me to not understand what I just watched is a bad sign. It's interesting because it's not a bad looking film. A lot of attention was paid to detail in this film, right? The set pieces, the authenticity to the time period. Oh,
it felt like the
70s.
Yeah.
It felt like this. But then there was another thing. We talked about this as soon as the film was over. There are some sequences that jump forward to the present, because this takes place in the 70s. And it's very jarring when it happens, because you don't know what the hell just happened. It's like, okay, who is this person with the cell phone?
Suddenly it cuts, and there's like somebody sitting in front of a computer with a cell phone. And
right.
Like,
and we're like, huh? Wait, it's 1977. What just happened?
Yeah, and she's listening to
tapes
tapes of interviews with the main character, making me think, oh, this is going to lead to something. I'm guessing there's an investigation going on. Mm-hmm. No, she's just some student who was hired by the school to transcribe a bunch of tapes.
And then at the end you find out, I'm not supposed to have these transcriptions anymore, but I made copies of everything, and here's a copy for you.
Yeah, you can hear your dad's voice.
What is happening here? Yeah.
Like, why did she go all the way out of her way to do that? She could have just emailed him that.
Right.
That
and
stuff.
what was so compelling about this guy's story, because I just watched this film and I'm like, I like Wagner Moura as an actor, but I didn't find his character interesting in the slightest. I mean, I did the first time, like I said, the first part of this watch, because I think we were still setting up the story and I wasn't sure where it was going. But then that second part, when we just finished watching today, like, to me, it just nosedove. I was like, what happened? This started out so strong and ended really poorly.
Yeah, this felt like a big bait and switch to me.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate because I think the setup in the beginning was good, but I think the filmmaker just didn't have a plan. Because to me, when I see films like this, like, I always ask you, like, what could have made this better? And in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, get rid of the filler stuff, first of all, cut down some of this runtime, and then really flesh out your story. We say it so many times on the podcast. If you don't have a good story, you have nothing. You can have all the budget in the world and make the prettiest film, but if you don't have a compelling story, there's no reason to tell this story. Don't waste anybody's time. And so I feel like it would have been better to establish Girotti as the heavy, have like a meaningful, thought out, well executed, antagonistic relationship develop in the story so that you understand why Girotti hates the main character so much, right? And why the main character is now basically on the lam.
Yeah. And how did the wife die?
How did the
wife
die?
Really just
what
get
happened?
sick?
I mean,
he
they
seems
talk
to
about,
have a nightmare that seems to imply that maybe something happened, but nothing's really explained.
Explained, right. Yeah, it's like you just sort of have to make inferences. And the other thing is, like, they kind of subtly, very quickly, and not too much focus on maybe corruption in government. Maybe. But it's not explored. And I think that if they had done that, like explore like this time period in Brazil, political corruption, and then introduce these characters and explain why they have this beef, and then go into the story and cut out all this other extra stuff. Like when he goes to that house that, like, I don't, it's not a halfway house, but the lady who owns this house, she seems to cater to helping people that
Or like on the
run, but are also like political dissident kind of situations. All of that became irrelevant to me because it's like, I don't care. Make me understand why I should give a shit about this main character. And I did to an extent, but then I stopped caring. And that's bad because it's like, if you don't care about the main character, again, why are we telling this story?
Yeah. All right. What do you give this film? I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No. Well, can I just briefly, or maybe not so briefly, tell you that this film is nominated in the Best Acting category for Wagner Moura.
I mean, he was good in his part.
Probably
the only saving grace, but honestly, it's not that interesting.
But was he Jesse Plemons good in Begonia?
No.
Right.
No.
That's what I mean. So it's like, okay, I haven't seen Marty Supreme, but I don't think that he's going to get it. Leonardo DiCaprio, again, not a bad film, but was that the best P.T. Anderson film?
No.
No. Was Leonardo DiCaprio worthy of an Oscar nom? I don't know. I think a case could be made against that. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon, I haven't seen. I've heard really good things about it. I like Linklater. I like Hawke, so we'll see. Michael B. Jordan, to me, is like the big standout here in this category, and I hope he wins. And then there's Wagner Moura. And I'm like, wow, there's maybe 2, maybe 3 names on this list that could have been removed, and you put in, like, say, Joel Edgerton in Train Dreams, Jesse Plemons in Begonia, and, I don't know, Crapshoot for the third.
I'd give it to Jordan.
Yeah, I'd give it to Jordan, too. I hope he wins it. This is also nominated for... hold on. Oh, this is also nominated for International Feature Film. Brazil, Secret Agent. France, It Was Just an Accident. Norway, Sentimental Value. Spain, Sirat. And Tunisia, The Voice of Hind Rajab, which is the film I hope wins. It probably might not, though. It might be a little too controversial. But I have not seen it, but everything that I've read about it, to me at least, indicates that it should be the winner. I'm eventually going to watch it. I have not, but obviously children being murdered is not my bag, but I think that the story there deserves witness, and I will at some point watch it. So yeah, so this is nominated in that category too. I don't know. Is that the best film that Brazil put out? I don't know. This is also nominated in the regular Best Picture category. There's 10 films: Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams.
I mean, I don't see how this...
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea why this is there. I'm sure maybe some...
Yeah, and again,
eyebrow
not to be
snooty
an
people
asshole,
could figure it out, but it's definitely not for me. I was aggravated and bored and felt really pissed off by the end because nothing happened. Nothing happens in this movie.
But it's weird because the first time... Okay, so again, I just want to stress how we had to break this up in 2 viewings. The first viewing was a little bit more positive and favorable because I think we're still in the honeymoon phase.
It gave us hope.
World building, and there's... Yes, but then this other stuff, tonight happened, and I'm like, what did I just watch? Because if now that I've seen the whole thing, it's like, this makes no sense. Half of this film could have been edited out. There was just so much going on. So what would you give this on a scale of 1 to 10?
2.
2?
2.
I didn't expect that.
2. That's it. This film pissed me off.
All right.
I'm going to hire greasy hitmen to go get this movie.
And then what did you think? Who do you think got him? Was it Vilmar or was it the other guy?
Who knows? Who cares? That's another thing that pisses you off. You find out he's dead because, you've read it in a freaking newspaper from like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the ending with the son, like that whole conversation felt very stilted and weird.
It was just, why are you even here? I'm just going to tell you about my grandmother. Who cares? Can you tell? What about your dad? I don't even remember him.
Yeah.
The whole film's about this dude.
Yeah.
I don't remember him. Just get the hell out of here with this shit.
I remember to go and see Jaws. I mean, to be fair, that tracks. I mean, I remember the first time I saw Jaws and just being petrified as well, but.
Whatever. Enough of this.
2.5, you said?
No, 2.
2. Oh, sorry. I'm going to give it a 4.5. I am baffled that this is nominated because structurally, I mean, technically, it's a pretty film. The attention to detail is really well done.
I think it used every Volkswagen bug in the world.
Yes.
In this movie.
The actors are good. It's just there's no cohesive story here. It's all over the place. I think at one point you turned to me and you said the word vignettes, and that sort of resonated with me. Like, it's just these little stories throughout, but it didn't work as one storytelling piece. No. All right, before we wrap it up, I'd like to encourage everyone to please like, share, and follow. And this is the Covenant House Sleep Out weekend. I will be sleeping out in solidarity with Youth in Crisis. Covenant House is an organization that helps youth in crisis through their mentorship programs, through their support networks, and just being there for young people in need and being a safe space for them to come to heal and thrive and grow. I encourage everybody to please, 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 if you can, support Covenant House and the good that they do in the world. So many young people walk through those doors and none of them are turned away. This is an organization that you could absolutely 1,000% get behind. And I am willing to go through the discomfort and be in solidarity with these young kids who face homelessness, among other issues, because they are vulnerable. If you can please help, I encourage you to. I'll make sure that the link is attached to the blurb. And this is also Oscar weekend. We'll see what happens. Good luck to all the nominees, and thinking about all the pictures that should have gotten nominated. I think you and I just said previously, I know it's never going to be a Best Picture nominee, but Superman should have gotten a screenplay credit because that was a really strong story. Movie. And the reason it was really strong is because James Gunn is an incredible writer who knows how to tell a compelling story and mix elements of humor and knows how to work an ensemble cast. And what was the thing that you said that you left?
It was an interesting movie because it actually made you feel hope.
That was
you watched it.
You were hopeful at the end.
You were hopeful at the end. The world seemed a little bit better. Of course, you go outside and then you're back in reality.
That's all shot to hell.
But for a little while, Superman made me feel hope.
I also want to reiterate again, it's a crime. It's a crime that Joel Edgerton and Jesse Plemons were not nominated for Best Actors. These are two actors that are consistently so good in everything that they do. And it's unfortunate that they are not even in the running for this because they should be. It'll be interesting to see what happens Oscar night. Not a big fan. Well, again, wasn't the worst film ever, wasn't the best film ever. It'll be interesting to see the other category races. Not a huge fan of Sean Penn, but he's probably like the strongest guy in that category. And I don't know, these last couple of awards, Amy Madigan's gotten a prize, and I would love to see her at Oscar night get one of those statues for her turn as Gladys. She was spectacular and probably the strongest in that supporting actress category.
Yeah.
All right. Please don't forget to like, share, and follow. This is our review of 2025's The Secret Agent, currently streaming on Hulu. And with that, we'll wrap it up and bid you all a
good night.
good night.